And ready to get going, we see the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves look to take charge here at the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis. A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. Hey guys, taking a look at Andre Iguodala. What will we see from him?
Well, Iguodala is just a scary athlete, Kevin. Even among NBA players, he stands out in that regard. Incredibly long, active, fast, quick laterally, and that's why he's so good defensively.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a terrific defender.
I briefly spoke with Coach Rick Adelman. He told me he's a fan of Andre Iguodala, especially the way he's developed his outside shot. He said that was one weakness. He could do everything else, pass, handle, and finish. And boy, what a defender. But now that he's developed that jump shot, there are really no weaknesses in his game. Guys, that makes it awfully tough to deal with a guy who can impact the game.
Feeds it to Douglas. Uncovered. That's good. Douglas has got his first points in this one. And going back to Dante Cunningham, a second-rounder back in 2009, give him credit for improving and finding an opportunity.
Yeah, he was ready when called upon. And, you know, Clark, as you mentioned, he's more of a face-up for than a low-post guy. But given the way the league is being played these days, you need versatile defenders, you need floor spacing, and I think that's the role Cunningham can play.
Golden State's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Excellent D there from Corey Brewer. Timberwolves trail by 4.
Hey, it goes without saying that if you're beat up and your all-star power forward is on the shelf, you're going to have a tough time against the big teams in the West. Minnesota was left for the Wolves, so to speak, when they matched up against others in their conference.
5 to shoot. The shot's good from 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts.
Well, they were very pleased with their free throw numbers a year ago. They knocked down about 79% from the stripe as a team.
You know, Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
And he was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
A rebound by Johnson. Timberwolves trail by 16. Passes it to Buddingham. Here's Miracle Man, defended by Douglas. And that one's good. And that's 12 points for Miracle Man.
The way he played last season and the strides he made in terms of defensive presence and the fact he's a consistent threat, we can start calling David Lee an elite power forward.
By 17. And for David Lee last season, the second All-Star appearance in his career, one with the New York Knicks, and last year as a Warrior. The first All-Star appearance for a Golden State Warrior, Steve, and hard to believe, in 16 years. Here's Pekovic. He had 31 points in the win against Cleveland. The shot's good for Miracle Man.
Perfect inbounds pass and an easy 2 points.
Pass to Miracle Man. Rubio outside. Here's Miracle Man. Feeds to Muhammad. There's the pass to Miracle Man. Beyond the arc. What a play! Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
Oh, what a 3 at the horn. They end the quarter on a high note. What a big shot.
I'll say that'll put a little bounce in their step coming back out of this break.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Warriors lead by 16.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
With a few games of the new season already under our belt, we're back in the NBA groove. This is 2K Sports. The Golden State Warriors are ahead against Minnesota. They're off to a hot start this season. They'd like to continue that hot streak in this game. Stephen Curry with an amazing start. At the break, 21 points, and in addition to that, he's been a factor on the glass as well. Couple of helpers, too. The Timberwolves on the other side, not looking as good. Defensive rebounding, a big problem right now. They just can't control their own backboard. Everything going right for Miracle Man. He's already racked up 22 points and has been on the mark from deep so far. And that does it for us here in the studio. Thanks so much for joining me. And now, back out to Kevin and the gang.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Minnesota takes possession.
Difficult to explain that turnover. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
The Warriors making a switch here. Azili's checked in. Here's Miracle Man on target from 13 feet. Miracle Man's got 24 points for the Warriors.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
and they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
That's good. And now it's 27 points for Miracle. Moore is checked in, and Tony Douglas is subbed in for Steph Curry. Timberwolves trailed by 16. Pass to Miracle Man. Tries a three. That's me back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything.
Gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Shved dishes to Williams. Feeds it to Shved. Brewer. Here's Miracle Man. From 13 feet, it goes down. Johnson's got his fourth rebound in this one. And there's the pass to Miracle Man. Count that one. Miracle Man's got 12 points here in the second half.
But there's no question when you look at the roster, some of the moves they made in the offseason, it's a pretty talented team.
Muhammad, the pass to Miracle Man. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
The Warriors were able to get back to the postseason for the first time since the We Believe season in 07 when they knocked off the Dallas Mavericks as an 8 seed. They didn't finish above 500 on the road, but still were much better than previous years, which allowed them to get to the playoffs.
Shved off on that one. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
That'll do it for now. For Doris Berg, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us.
You came away with 37 points tonight. Even though your team ended up losing, it was a strong effort offensively. Do you feel like you played well enough to win?
I mean, it doesn't really matter if I feel like I did my part if the team still loses. The stats are nice, and it did feel good to put up the points that I did, but the only stats that count at the end of the day are wins and losses, and we just didn't get it done out there. Period. I'm gonna keep this short, man. This place ain't the right fit for me. It's nothing personal, but I just can't play here no more. I need you to get me off this team before things get worse around here. Period.
After watching your performance with the team lately, I would definitely agree that it would be best for us both to move on. I'm a man of honor, and I'd like to put you on a team where you'll be happy. Why don't you give me a few teams you'd like to play for, and I'll contact those teams first to see if they're interested. Okay, I'll see what I can do. I'll be in touch.
Hey, man, I feel like we previously came to an understanding that it would be best if we parted ways, but here I am. So, what's the holdup in processing my trade request?
Trading you is my #1 priority. The problem right now is trying to find a team that will not only take on your attitude, but one that will also net us a nice return on our investment. The first time those two ideals meet, I'll be the first to let you know. You can count on that.
Just do your job, all right? I'm still doing my job on the court, so do yours and get me out of here, man. No doubt. All right, well, thank you. And good talk, man. I'll see you later.
But for right now, I need your focus on this next game against the Mavericks. Good luck.